Hello and welcome back. Today I do not have awesome, cool, new, exciting news like I thought my next video might have. It's been a little bit of just like downside after downside a little bit lately, and it's kind of a bummer. But it's important to stay informed, so therefore let's get into what I just heard about the Lightning and as it pertains to putting in your order. So if you recall, we were given from our dealers and additionally in other sources online, we heard that October 26th was going to be the date where you can officially make your Lightning order. Now, there was then some mixed kind of reports, and I think I even made a video about it, about maybe it not even opening for like next year even. So all that has been confirmed, unfortunately. So I've been reaching out to my dealer pretty actively to try to get to the bottom of it, frankly, because, you know, if you remember, that's kind of the issue is like we don't know for sure. We're just getting like random leaks from random dealers. Leaks is the wrong word, but we're just hearing from random dealers and we're hearing from, you know, all these random sources. So it's important to stay informed, right? All that to be said, I'm going to go ahead and read you the email that I just got. So we're all on the same page, and it sounds pretty official. It's from a executive manager here in Detroit. Let's go ahead and read it. Now I'm going to purposely leave out the names here because I don't think people want to be in my videos. So here's what I got is, as of right now, we are waiting to hear back from Lightning team on when the order bank will open. There's been a lot of confusion, right? On my side too. Now this is the regional manager talking to the dealer. And he says, originally they heard that it was supposed to open on the 26th, which does confirm that. So that's another reason why I think this is pretty much like, you know, it's a legitimate news because they confirmed the 26th date. However, it is no longer the case. The date has been pushed back and is TBD. So we don't even have a new date. It says, as soon as I get more clarity, blah, 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 they'll let us know. So there we have it. But I think I have a pretty strong theory why this is the case and why they had a concrete date and chose to move it. So two things, actually. One, I do actually have a really cool gentleman who reached out to me on Instagram who doesn't want me to use his name or anything, but he is in and out of the factory every once in a while, and he talked to someone there and mentioned that they're actually still in pre-production, meaning there's still some safety kinks and stuff that they're getting out, and they're not even looking to get into pre-production, I think, until spring, he said. So hearing that, that's one thing, is that they're just not ready, and that's probably the most logical case, is they're just simply not ready. Why start things, you know, and throw everything off? So that makes sense. I have another theory too that also has legs, and I think it's the whole tax thing. That's the new tax credit that's in limbo right now, and here's why I think it affects it is this could be substantial price discounts or rebates, whatever you want to call it, at point of sale for the Lightning in particular. That's the car it affects the most. So if you don't know, watch some of my other videos, but essentially it breaks down to a little over $12K that you would get off of your car if this bill as is passed. And things are looking good for the bill. So I think they don't want to have any miscommunications further. So let's say you go to your dealer before this is passed and you made your order, but then the very next day you're eligible for $12K. It's not like that person wouldn't get that $12K, but all the prices that they went to, they might have went up a tier. They might have, who knows, all the things like that's $12,000 difference. So if that's not calculated when people are going in, they're going to have to probably make two orders, call their dealers and switch everything. That's going to have to be like twice the amount of work for dealers, twice the amount of work for it itself when they're plugging everything into the algorithm of who gets what car. So all that said, I think that's a big part of it. And I have no actual, you know, no sources or anything telling you that. That's just my brain telling me that. And it makes sense to me. Basically, because I know if I was Ford and I knew that there was a potential for my customers to save $12,000, I would wait until they knew that for sure before I let them make the order. Just a theory, but I think it makes sense. Sassy. So there we have it. That's the update on order books opening, or rather not opening. Now there's more news though, and it's pretty interesting. So I get Ford alerts in my Google what am I, like, total boomer mode? In my Gmail every morning, I have like every blog article. I have Google alerts set up for like every combination of it. And it's just tacked the last 2 days of a Ford executive saying that the fleet sales are not going the way that they want. I'll save you all the details, but it's interesting. So I recently in another video mentioned that I don't think they're going to do that well with fleet sales right out the gate. However, I still think the Pro model is going to be pushed and pushed hard. And my theory is, let's say I owned a business where I needed to buy a fleet. I probably wouldn't buy them right out the gate. So I think that's almost common sense, is like, if you're about to like make hundreds of thousands of dollars in investing into a fleet of vehicles of something that's not proven yet, like, in theory, it sounds amazing, right? But no one's actually done it yet. That's a pretty big gamble to take when you could just wait a year and see how it goes. And I think that's the case for a lot of these guys. Additionally, I'm also thinking of how Ford will play this to, again, try to sell to those. That's where they, make the big bucks with bulk sales. It's, B2B 101. So how do they set themselves up for these B2B sales down the road, selling to other businesses at mass instead of consumers at small? Business school. Well, they need proven instances of this working. So they need to either incentivize the fleet customers that they have now. Right now, there's not much other than the fact that you're eligible to get an upgraded Pro model with a bigger battery. That's the only advantage you have as a fleet person versus a consumer. There's like no, that I know of, incentive for these guys. So they might have to do something there to get these people into a electric vehicle versus a gas vehicle. That, and they need case studies. They need actual people saying, wow, I saved this much in gas and maintenance, and I have a view of my guys at all time, and all this amazing stuff that they can do with technology plus no gas in these cars. So they need those case studies plastered all over the internet to push these fleet buyers into these cars. Those are the two things, and it's going to be hard to do for this first batch, and it's showing. I mean, that's what these articles were about. So I found that interesting, and if anything, that's good news for us consumers, because that means less of these cars that they're producing, which is a limited amount, are going to go to these mass buyers. Not that there's still going to be some to that, but there's might be more available for us regular folk. Just my thoughts. I don't know. I hope this video isn't a total disappointment. If anything, I like hearing this. Even if it's a delay, I like having something in stone instead of just wondering. So hopefully you feel the same way. Thank you guys for watching. I'll keep it semi-short this time. You guys are the best. Most of you, be nice. Thank you. Bye.